Let's go!
All right, what is up, everybody? Ryan here with Greg. And before we get into the episode, I wanted to talk about some updates. This one is actually being live streamed on, right now, it's on my Twitch channel because we had to wait 24 hours after enabling live streaming on YouTube. But this could be something that we try in the future if that's what people want. And I also ordered a brand new mic, so that'll be here later this week. So production quality is going up a little bit, but just some exciting updates.
Awesome.
And yeah, today we're going to talk about content creation and not like doing it as a hobby, but more of doing it like full time, trying to make money from it, trying to reach an audience and being, good for that audience. Because I think a lot of people underestimate the power that comes along with content creation. Like when you make it to the top.
I would say so. I feel like it's like when you become famous. Everyone wants to become famous, right? I want to have
Yeah.
all that money. I want to be popular. But then once they become famous, it's the exact opposite of what they thought it was like. So I feel like
well, because I think a lot of people focus on the money and then forget everything else that comes with it.
the repercussions of like having your entire life everywhere.
Yeah.
So
That's what we're gonna talk about today. So, let's see here.
actually,
wanted to-
this was technically an emergency podcast because stuff went down in the last 72 hours. And
Yeah,
so once it happened, I was like, Ryan, we need to do a podcast ASAP.
Yeah, it'll be a fun one. So over the weekend, Courage, and if you don't know, we'll just give some. But Courage was a Call of Duty commentator, so he would commentate while the pros played. Worked professionally for MLG, and he's a good. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
I wouldn't say he has any skeletons in his closet or anything, and he's very appropriate for his audience. He quit his job at MLG and got picked up by Optic for content creation. So he makes YouTube videos and streams all the time. He's kind of one of the people that blew up with Fortnite, along with like Ninja, Nick Mercs, Cypher, Lupo. I mean, he's like one of them.
Yeah, he took a huge risk though. You got to realize he was full-time job, and then this was like, if he makes it, he makes it. If he doesn't, he starts back at zero. So it's like he still had an audience, but he basically risked a whole lot to do what he did.
I think going off that, I think he knew though. Like I think the whole Optic thing was I don't think he quit hoping to get signed. Like he definitely quit because Optic picked him up.
Yeah, but I mean, like
a little bit of a risk.
Yeah, the risk is like if he doesn't make it, then it's like it's going to be a lot harder of a job for him than what he has now. But
it ended up blowing up for him. But he played a random duos on Fortnite, paired up with this little kid named Connor. I think he's like 11, maybe
10 or 11, something like that.
And I mean, again, no harm to this kid. He's just an innocent little kid, doesn't cuss, isn't very good at the game. And I mean, it's funny to watch. It's an odd interaction when you have, an older man playing Fortnite with this little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And Courage is actually pretty good at Fortnite. So like the skill gap, the age gap, it's an odd interaction. But typically a lot of YouTubers, when they do this kind of stuff, whether it's fans or little kids, they just make one video out of it and kind of move on. People have done it in the past. Nate Shot's done a couple of them on Call of Duty where people
I forget what that kid's name was. What was that kid's name?
I don't know. There's like a couple though, because it's funny. It's like they don't think it's them, or they think that like like they're like, oh, FaZe Clan's better, or like how do I join Optic? It's like stuff like that. So they're funny. But Courage did something different. Is he kept playing with Connor, and then over time Connor began gaining popularity. Almost like they share an audience. So I don't want to say Connor has his own audience, but Connor's picked up some traction. I think Courage sent him like a bunch of free stuff over time.
Yeah, he's been playing with them for like what 3 to 4 months, and so he's constantly giving him like his Courage gets like headsets, controllers, T-shirts, stuff like because Courage has his own apparel line now through Optic, so he sends him that. He sends him Optic gaming stuff, and his like bear mind you that his parents know all this. Like they know that he's playing with this guy. They know that he's getting packages from him, and they like Courage has talked to his family, and they know everything's good. Like there's no harm and no harm.
It's not a creepy.
Yeah, there's
thing.
nothing creepy about it. So if anyone's thinking like, why is this like 28-year-old playing with this 10-year-old?
Yeah, no,
it's just pure. I think I would say you could say they're friends, but maybe a mentor. Who knows? But go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, something along those. It's a whole, like it's a good thing.
Yeah,
But
it's very good.
so Connor decided to make a YouTube channel. Again, like Greg said, like mentor wise. I mean, Courage is a huge YouTuber, you know. Which is fine, you know. Everyone has the right to do that. And with one video uploaded, and like what, not even
Before he
weeks.
even uploaded the video, I think he had 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
50,000. Not 500, not 50,000. So yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So he tweeted out like, so proud of Connor. He's at, I think when he tweeted it out 2 days ago, he was at 50,000 subs. And so I tweeted back at him and said, crazy that this is what it takes to become a content creator nowadays. Play random duos and get lucky instead of putting in hard work, creativity, and talent into your content. And like this, in no way, let me just preface this. In no way was I hating on the kid. I'm just trying to bring light to the situation and a larger point to what goes on in this industry and kind of in life in general. Good for Connor. I hope that he makes the best of the situation. If I was in the same situation, I'd be ecstatic. It's not envious. I'm not hating on this little kid. I'm not wishing ill upon him. But I simply said this. And things spiraled out of control fast.
Wait, and you're showing? Are you showing the tweet?
Yeah, right now the tweet is on the screen.
All right, yeah. So if anyone is watching the video, not just listening, you can see it. But
so let's just start with like what I said, because I got shit for it, and then I also got backup for it. Like, what do you personally think? Do you think what I said was like inappropriate or negative or?
So here's how life is nowadays. Life is you can work hard, but if someone gets just a little bit lucky, like I feel like being like where they are like Courage right now, it takes luck, but it takes a lot of skill. But he had to get lucky. With Connor, pure luck. There's no skill involved on what he did. Like there was no hard work. I mean, he plays a video game. He's 10 years old. He goes to school and does worksheet homework. Like there's nothing he can do to make his situation any better because he's 10. He doesn't have the resources. So what you said, I felt was completely fine. Like there are people who are grinding years and don't even have 500 subscribers.
Years, videos, like
Yeah,
so much work and time and
but the thing is then you got to turn it around. That's what makes the internet so amazing. Is that
right.
There's this kid who didn't even like probably 6 months ago didn't even think about doing what he's doing now, right?
Oh no.
He probably never he thought Fortnite was gonna be fun with his friends who are in 5th grade or something like that.
Well, the funny thing too, like looking back on it, when I was 10 and 11, I was playing console games because like playing on the PC was just unheard of.
Well, yeah,
And I don't know if it's like his PC or if it's his parents, like, or the house's computer. Like for him to be playing on PC at like 10 and 11, it's kind of crazy to me.
well, yeah. I mean, completely. It's like kids who are in like 3rd grade are having iPhones. I didn't get my first flip phone until I was in 7th grade. So it's like
That's what I mean. Like
everything
we're,
is
like,
just
old.
advancing. I mean, we're not old. I'm older than you. But I feel like just what you said. The thing is, the generations before or after us. So like, I don't even consider us millennials because I don't know. But I feel like the kids or the people that are like maybe 15 or 16 right now and younger who are seeing you say crazy what it takes to be a content creator nowadays, playing random duos, get lucky instead of putting hard work, creativity, and talent into your content. That there's no way you're saying, wow, Connor doesn't deserve any of this. You're just saying how crazy how the situation just became of what happened. Like there's nothing wrong with it.
It's like this with everything too. It's not just Connor. I mean, look at the kid that yodeled in Walmart. He
Oh
was at
yeah.
Coachella, and
Co-
like,
oh yeah, and this kid's yeah. And then there's
same,
the
it's
but
the
then I
same
mean
thing.
the
I said the
the
same thing.
girl from Dr. Phil, but I mean I think
Oh
she like
yeah.
went bankrupt, but besides the point. It's
No, no,
like
no, no. She's going on tour with Lil Yachty.
why?
She's a rapper. She turned that situation into becoming a musician, and
Well,
she is an
technical
opener
didn't
for
Cardi
Lil
B do
Yachty.
that? She was in like wasn't she like a stripper or something and
I
now
think she
she's
was a
like a
stripper, saved
millionaire
up, and
rapper.
made enough money to like go into the studio and put out like an EP or whatever the
Yeah,
term
I
is.
guess I saw a video on Twitter like 5 months ago and it was like the first ever time Bodak was it what's the Bodak Yellow? Kodak
Yeah,
Bodak? Whatever.
Bodak, I think.
So I don't even know the song, but like it was like the first ever time they recorded it, and it was like a crappy audio because it's someone's phone recording it like a
Yeah,
video, but it was like you could tell that was Cardi before she got big because she doesn't look anything like she did now, and so it's just
yeah,
like she took a situation that she may not have been the best rapper, but she could have had some talent, and then
right.
she took the time and tried to do something, and look what happened. Now she's a millionaire and she's buying anything she wants at any time. But I feel like, and that was a little bit of luck, and a little bit of skill, and a lot of time, maybe a lot. I don't know, but it's just like with this situation, it's been less than a year, and this kid has like surpassed probably thousands of YouTubers who are just grinding every day.
And no offense to this little kid, and he can grow into what I'm about to say, but like, I doubt he knows how to edit a video. I doubt he, like, I'm gonna compare me to him because I don't know many smaller YouTubers. I'm self-taught in editing, self-taught in graphic design. I edit all my own videos. I make all my own videos. I make all the graphics for my own videos. And like, I'm not saying getting help is a bad thing, and I'm not saying that it's his fault that he doesn't know these things. But, like, I just feel like the skill behind the videos that I make, and my videos, I'm not even saying my videos are the best. I'm not saying
Yeah,
I
your
deserve.
thumbnails are ass, but
I was
we're
gonna
not
say I'm
going
not.
into that.
I'm not. I'm not saying I deserve anything. I'm just comparing me to him. It's just funny to me that he's at 70,000
Well, no,
reps.
it's like 82 last time I checked.
Jesus.
But
But
okay,
so
so
then
yeah, so
I was gonna
but
say
we want
then
to get
Courage
in.
blocked me.
Yeah. That was pretty funny. So this guy who's I think he's like a commentator for League or something. He says he comments saying or tweets to Ryan saying maybe try feeling happy for other people instead of envy, and you'll start to see some results. Like one of those like emojis where it's like sheesh, really you're gonna act this way, but
Right.
you're not envying anybody. You're just stating a fact. You're
Well, and
literally just stating what like if Courage, I guess you could say Courage is the same thing, right? He was an intern for MLG. There's a video of him doing like the weekly roundup or whatever
yeah.
that I've never heard of, and I didn't even know Courage was a person until CWL, and he did a lot of hard work to get where he is. So it's
Worked his
yeah, he worked his
work.
ass off to get to where he
Yeah.
is.
And he's a
And
very skilled commentator.
oh yeah, dude,
I
he's
couldn't do
Courage is
that.
awesome.
Oh yeah, and but that's the difference in the situations. It's not like Courage was just gifted this opportunity like this kid was. And I'm not hating on the kid.
Yeah, like we want to like we are not targeting anybody at this. We are literally just saying like the
It's just
title of our episode is
it's
becoming a
just
full-time creator. If Connor wants to become a full-time creator, he has the opportunity in front of him, and that is amazing at that young of an age. And if
oh
he
yeah,
doesn't, it's totally fine. It's not the end of the world because he's only
right.
10. And we're not envying anybody. If I was envying this kid, I would be making a YouTube channel. I have no YouTube channel. I have 0 subscribers on anything I do. So
Right.
it's like if I want to put the hard work in and then I can complain 5-10 years down the road, I can say that. But I'm not
I think
putting
it's
any hard
just
work into it. So I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it because he does.
yeah.
He got luck of the draw. Like
It's
he
just an
clicked play
interesting
and
situation
hit a
too.
guy on Fortnite.
It's like I think it's interesting just to see where it goes from here. Like,
Yeah,
is he
that's
gonna become a really skilled editor, or is he gonna put out like? Because can you imagine the stuff that you would have put on YouTube when you were 10? Not saying like it would be
Club
inappropriate
Penguin.
or dumb, yeah, but it would be like so bad.
Oh yeah, It's
Like
like you
I
think.
can imagine a montage of me playing Halo 3. Like that's what I would have been
Oh
doing.
yeah, like
Or,
think about it. I actually watched his video, and I find it funny. The reason why I find it funny is because it's literally squeakers. It's like
oh
two
yeah.
or three kids who like are like preteens, not even 12 or 13 yet, right? So they're like 10 or 11. And then you have like one guy who sounds like he just hit puberty or something like that. And they're all like they're in playground mode. So that's one thing I just saw is playground mode. And it's it's honestly like it's funny to me. Like what like seeing that this kid is making a video of this nature of this stature of like and getting this much results from it. And it to me that's what's funny. And if I didn't want to watch the video and think like, wow, this kid doesn't deserve this, I wouldn't watch the video. But I wanted to see. I was genuinely curious. But now, Ryan, I want to ask you, how many people in 5 months, 6 months, and half a year from now will still be watching Connor's videos? Because I know he doesn't edit it because it literally says in the underneath the video it says edited by, and it's the player that was in the lobby with him. 6 months from now, are people still going to be on this hype that Courage gave him, or is it going to die down?
It's hard to say because it depends on a lot of things. I think one, it depends on how where Fortnite goes from here. Because if Fortnite starts to dip, I think that kid gets wiped off the planet. I don't think he'll be nearly as popular playing a game like Call of Duty or playing a single player game or anything. So if Fortnite can stay relevant, I think that'll be that kid's ship to the top. Um, and it just depends on what the kid wants to do. I mean, if the kid's just doing it for fun and like he just doesn't really care, then he might just kind of fall off naturally because I mean that's what it is. He's not really viewing it as something that is a necessity for other people. Comparing him to Courage. Like if Courage doesn't upload, Courage doesn't eat.
Yeah.
And
I think the
you know,
situation given to him is just a perfect situation.
oh yeah, but like at 10, do you really understand
I don't think
something like that?
I don't at
Even
that point I don't
even
think it
at
matters.
21, I don't think I understand a situation like that.
Well,
Because it's just
I don't
so
know.
much power, so much responsibility.
I
It's like almost what
mean,
we were talking about at the beginning now. It's like, would you even want that at 10?
yeah, would you want to? I mean,
'Cause I don't think I tweeted this a couple of days ago. It's like I would say being a content creator isn't like my realistic goal, but like if it were to happen, I think I could own it and I think I would enjoy it. But like looking at it, like do you know how much hate they get on a daily basis? And like if you think what I said is bad, you should see the messages that I get on Fortnite just from playing with my friends. So I'm sure there's people out there that will say the worst kind of things to this poor little kid.
mhm, because they're
Like
trolling and they
well,
think that they can.
trolling or they're those people who are envious. People thought I was, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say.
I think the funniest tweet that I saw was from this guy. Not gonna put any.
Well, I
Not
wanna
gonna
I
say
wanna
any
go
names.
back to the first tweet because he said instead of being envious, like try being happy and then you'll start to see some results. So
We are
was
happy
he?
for this kid. We wouldn't be making this
Well,
episode.
no, that's fine. But like, is he trying to say that if I'm just bubbly and happy all the time, that my numbers will just start booming? Like, so what he's saying is like, if even if my videos suck, even if my editing is non-existent, if I'm just bubbly and happy all the time, I'll get numbers.
Uh, dude, I don't think whatever you do is gonna change if you get numbers or not, unless
Well,
you
it's
just
just
get
like,
that
but
big break.
that's like the point he was trying to make, though. He said it in,
Yeah.
if
Well, I
you're
think
more
I think
happy,
I think it's just like I don't know. His tweet's just kind of weird. I think the funny tweet is the guy after saying, "So you're saying Connor doesn't grind for what he has got now? What about my
oh,
friend? What about my
yeah,
friend who grinds Fortnite every single day? He's 21 years old, so he's a full-grown adult at this point, right?
yeah,
He is literally the best player I have played with on console, and he has gotten zero recognition. Zero. He's gotten, that playlist in Fortnite where it was like, you know,
the solo showdown.
yeah. He got like 11th place, right?
Yeah, if you're not first, then no one cares.
And so, but he actually got invited to Summer Showdown, but
Yeah,
they emailed him, right? And he didn't. he doesn't check his email every day because he didn't think that's how you got into Summer Showdown. And it was like the first
so
week, so he didn't get in. But it's like that guy's he's grinding every day. Like he's like, this kid is good. Like, and I'm not saying Connor isn't good. Connor's probably a lot better than kids his age because of what he does, right? But saying that Connor has been grinding for this, no, he didn't expect this to happen. So how can you say he's been grinding for something? If you don't expect something to happen, you don't grind for it. You just play the game naturally. People who want to go pro in Call of Duty or any game grind the game. People who just play it for fun will get off after a couple hours. They don't think anything of it. They go to school, they come home after they finish their homework. Maybe I'll play, or maybe I'll watch some YouTube videos, then go to bed. People who grind, they eat, sleep, and breathe it.
I think the funnier thing to me too is some of the comments from people of our stature funnier to me. Like this kid said, don't even realize how much subs all of them get from Connor is different and is funny. So what he's inferring is that Courage is getting subs because of Connor.
No.
And it's like,
well,
and I said,
I mean, he might
said,
be. He might be getting little kids. He might be getting kids who are like Connor's age to sub to him, right?
Yeah, but it was whatever. So I said, why does he deserve it though? Would you have ever found his channel without Courage? And this kid said no, but I wouldn't have found Courage without Ninja. I'm just like, how are you saying things like that when Courage had an entire audience from Call of Duty?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've known Courage, like,
it's
sent for a couple of years now.
Well, and then like the next series of tweets that we'll show you, he actually replied a couple times, but Courage instantly blocked me, didn't say anything to me, didn't try to see where I was coming from, or like even as someone in the community with like that reputation and that level of inspiration for people. When you try to change my mind or like set an example of like even if someone's coming at you, try to reason with them. He's a perfect example of what I think is wrong with society. Looking at the bigger picture of things, it's like I said something that he disagrees with, so instead of talking about it and discussing it and learning, maturing, he just shuts the other side down.
I mean,
this is a bigger topic than just video games, but I mean that's like the truth. Like so, like the moment you disagree with me, you're just gonna block me and move on. Which I mean, he is well within his rights to do that.
Yeah, anyone can do that. I can block you right now and just end this. And sometimes I wish I did, but
like as a person, it's like how do you expect to learn and grow?
Well, here's the thing: how many people, how many trolls or does he like? People that just dislike him does he have to deal with on a daily basis? Probably a lot. There's people who like him and then there's people who don't like him. So you're probably just one of the people that he doesn't like, or maybe he would have liked if he talked to you, but he's not going to talk to you because one, he doesn't have the time. Like, but then you got to realize we all start at the same place. We all start at 0. Everyone. No one starts with 1 or 10. You start at 0. When you create an account, the thing that is given to you is a 0 because no one knows you or no one knows you exist on that platform yet until you say something. So he knows exactly where Connor's coming from, and maybe he's doing it because he's like, if someone gave me this opportunity when I was 10 or 11, I wouldn't be, going to this job and working at McDonald's 5 days a week or 6 days a week. Maybe and that's the cool thing about the internet, and like without YouTube and without Fortnite and just being able to go online, Connor he'd just be going to school, playing Fortnite.
He'd be a normal kid. He'd do the same thing that I did.
Yeah.
He'd get a job at like 17, 18.
He'd be the average kid, not a normal. A normal kid he's still a normal kid. He'd be the average kid that people just, does the average life. Everyone envies to have that like lavish lifestyle where you don't even have to worry about how much money's like in your account. And now we're not saying that's going to happen with Connor. And like we are saying for the 15th time of this episode, we are not bashing him. We are just stating, is he going to become a full-time creator? Is he going to be able to handle what's given to him at such a young age? And if he is, more power to him. If he isn't, it's that would be that'd be terrible, because it's just like you were given this opportunity. And his dad probably knows that he needs to seize this. Like if it was my dad, My dad would be like, yeah, this is the time, this is the age where, or that, not age as in age as in like a number like 10 or 11, but age as in like the internet age, the social
Yeah.
media age, that you could make a living right now. He could be making, if he monetizes his video, he probably has like a couple $1,000s right now.
Yeah, and we're gonna look at his channel after we go through this next thread, and you'll see the numbers, and it's honestly kind of remarkable.
It's
Like,
crazy. And I maybe I do envy him, because it's like, if I was 10, I wish I had that opportunity, but I didn't, and that's totally fine. I'm not hating the kid. We are not hating the kid. If this ever blows up and people think we're hating him, we are not hating this kid at all. I would never
it's-
hate somebody of that stature, of that age. I'm just saying, like, this was a topic for our episode, and this fit perfectly because a person who has been grinding for years hasn't gotten anything for it, and a person who maybe has been grinding but just lives life got a lucky opportunity, and I hope he seizes it. So
all right, so let's get into this next thread. So somebody replied to the Overwatch caster who told me to be happy and said, "Perfect response." And I tried my best throughout this whole thing to keep a level head, respond to everyone, and I did that the whole time. So he said perfect response, and I said, "Is it though?" Because my original tweet wasn't hate, nor did I wish badly upon anyone. I was just proving a point, and I think that is still the truth. I could have replied to Courage and said like, "I hope Connor, I don't even want to say it because it's just like it's disgusting to think that about a little kid." But I could have said the things that people have told me over the internet compared to what I said is nothing. I could have wished death upon him. I could have wished that he blew this opportunity and nothing ever came of it. I could have said so many things. All I said was that he got lucky. And I mean, that's the truth. Like, what do you say when someone wins the lottery? They got lucky. Like that's just a fact about. And I was just trying to prove a point that there's people that grind like all the time, hours, like years. So whatever. So I said that, and he said, "This isn't the place for that. Take your negativity elsewhere," which really confused me because that's like that. This is the place for that. This is Twitter. Twitter is literally people just talking.
nah, man,
You-
you have a different opinion than someone, you can't say it.
And that's what I was saying about Courage. It's like what? So whatever. So I said, but this is Twitter. It's the place for opinions and discussions. And my tweet wasn't negative. You're just making it negative. 'Cause all he was doing is taking what I said and spinning it into a negative sense. And so then LG Yogi, which I think his bio says just pro battle royale player. So I'm not sure if he plays PUBG or Fortnite. I mean, the second verified person to reply to this, the third to interact with it, if you count Courage, he said it was worded negatively. You could have worded this a lot better. That's something that you can work
I guess I can see where he's coming from, but you never said he doesn't deserve this. You just said creates what it takes to be a content creator nowadays, playing random duos and get lucky instead of putting hard work, creativity, and talent into your content. You didn't say anything negative. You were
on.
just, I mean, it wasn't like you were wishing hate on him.
And that's what I tried to tell everyone. And I mean, I guess people are taking it negatively because I was just speaking about him instead of speaking in generalities. Because it's specifically what I tweeted was about this situation. Whereas if
Mhm.
I just would have tweeted like, "Oh, I'm so sick of people getting lucky nowadays," like I don't know. Honestly, I think everyone was just freaking out because of his age.
Yeah, like I think if this kid was 18 years old or older, maybe 15 or older,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be saying anything. But the fact that he is an
I think more
innocent
people would
child,
be on my side if he was older.
maybe, I don't know. I think you got to realize the gaming community is super narrow-minded. Like it's either their way or the highway. There's no in between. Like there isn't. So I feel like if you were just able to, I, I don't know. And to be honest, like what you said now is irrelevant in Connor's life, in their life. Like it doesn't make a difference, and I feel like they may think it does.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you
So
aren't. You're not. The thing is, we were saying like the lifestyle. Can you take the criticism with with the ups and downs. Like, there's the people who say, "Yeah, you're doing great, Connor," and then there's people who are like, "Yeah, you suck." Like, what kind of video is this? Please never upload again. People will say that,
Oh,
and
people say worse than that too.
people will mean it, and that's the tough part. And it's like, I don't know, you're not saying anything bad. You're just stating an opinion, and there's nothing wrong with stating your opinion. It's like
funny
saying,
because it's not even an opinion though. Like he got lucky. Like I'm sorry, and like I've said this numerous times. If he didn't have courage and he did the same exact thing, he would not have any subs on his channel.
0. Maybe no, 0's.
0 to 10.
You
But he
probably have
wouldn't
like 10 or 15 his friends and people he's played with. But
and, like that's not mean. And that's
no,
not me hating on him. It's
no.
just how it is.
How many subscribers do we have?
I mean, I have 1,000, but that's from
We have
Black Ops
2 on
3
this
because I played
our
comp.
YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
like we have 2 on the co-op podcast, and it's just like it's just.
And I don't. The thing is, to be completely honest, I'm 24 years old, graduated college, full-time job. I would not want 50,000 subscribers right now.
It would give me so much anxiety.
I would have so much anxiety and so much stress of like, is this video good enough? Did I say anything wrong that could piss people off? Could this go on Zerto or on Fox News because I said something that may have been bullying or something like that?
H3 talks about that a lot. He's like, he said he has to, like, he tries his best not to read the comments. He'll sit there and just read the comments.
It's addicting.
Yeah, he said it's awful. So I told Yogi, like, I was like, it wasn't negative, like, whatsoever. And he said, well, many people believe it is, and you won't listen to them. Maybe that's why your hard work, and he put this in quotes, like he knows, like, we'll get into it. So he said, your quote, hard work quote, isn't taking you anywhere. Learn to take advice and admit when wrong. So first off, well, many people believe it is. Well, that's their interpretation of what I said. I mean, you can, like, I can think whatever I want. That doesn't mean it is something. That doesn't make, like, you're just spinning my words into whatever you want to believe. And then he said, maybe that's why your hard work isn't taking you anywhere. So first off, he put hard work in quotes. You've known me for all of 5 minutes from a Twitter interaction, and now you know what I've done for my entire life. That is what caught my eye the most. How are you gonna, like? It just seems like he's trying to play on the fact that I'm lazy or like I don't do anything.
I mean, I read that, and the thing is, sorry, I was checking something on my phone. That's why I was kind of far away from my mic.
Oh yeah, you're good.
The thing is, it's like, learn to take advice and admit when wrong. You're not stating a fact, or you're not stating something that could be saying you're wrong. No one is saying you're wrong. They're just saying like be happy for the guy. Like we're happy for him. We are legitimately happy for this kid. We just don't want him to get to the level where he can't handle it and then have something negative happen to him because of that.
Well, but it's just like I was just talking about the situation too. It's like how is it negative that he got lucky? That's just what happened. That's what I'm confused about. It's like I didn't even say anything controversial. It's just the fact that he got lucky. And like if you don't think that he got lucky, then I don't know what to tell you because it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it just digs at me that like you don't know who I am. You don't know how many hours I've poured into this. You don't know what I do. Like I have over like 1,000 hours streamed on Twitch. So if that's not hard work, again, I'm not saying I deserve anything. I'm not saying that my content is the best or I'm the most entertaining. Like I work hard.
Dude,
like, so just don't tell me that I don't. Like I don't know. That's just me getting defensive, but like I just thought it was odd that like you're gonna sit here and act like you know what I do all the time.
Well, it's the same thing with him. So he is a battle royale professional battle royale player for Luminosity Gaming. So how many people want to be in his position? Hundreds of thousands. And how many people can get on a team? Probably 5 to 7. They probably have subs, but there's 5 minimum. 5 out of hundreds of thousands.
He signed with the same org that Ninja's on, and just to compare, Ninja is the face of gaming, and this guy only has 4,500 followers. So I wonder if he's even like, he might not be like, he might be still trying to get to the top. I guess is the point I'm making. Like he might be in the same boat as everybody else that's fighting.
Maybe. All I'm saying is he grinded, and he's saying that, and this guy LG, the LG whatever Yogi, I don't even know. I think it's Yogi. I have it up on my screen. Yeah, LG Yogi. I've never seen this guy, never watched him, never heard of him until this interaction. But wouldn't he be offended? Wouldn't he be kind of like, wait, so this guy, this kid, like hasn't put in the time that I have, and yet he blows up? Wouldn't you
That's
be
what I'm
upset?
saying.
Like,
Yeah, wouldn't he be on this like the
I
same
mean,
page?
yeah,
Because I
to
agree.
me,
Like if you had put in all these years of hard work, especially for him, because he's probably older or as old as us, gaming wasn't respected nearly as much as it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's still not the most respected thing in the world, but like to get to where you are now, and then to watch something like this happen, I would be kind of pissed.
yeah, but I mean, at the same time, does Connor have a contract? No, stuff like it's freelance work, so
Yeah.
it. But I think honestly, like we've talked about it a lot, and we're already been talking for almost 40 minutes about it, and so I mean, personally, after listening to what we've talked about for 40 minutes, we may not want to. I mean, we have 4 people watching us on Twitch right now.
Oh, we
I
do.
mean, yeah, I just pulled
I
it up on my
can't.
phone.
I can't see the chat or anything since I have
I don't think anyone's
had the tweets.
talking. Wait, people are talking. Dude, there's someone talking called
Oh.
Tane. We are so
Oh,
sorry.
he followed me on Twitter. He said we talked in the Twitter DMs the other day about this. So hey, I really think this is because the kid is so young. People think that you should always be kind to everyone, especially kids. And they believe kids should be given everything they want. But that just creates entitled people that don't know how to work for things they want. Reality is the kid got. See, he's saying the same thing we are. It's like I'm not hating on the kid, but I agree. I think that the fact that he's so young, everyone's just like you can't say mean things about an 11-year-old. And I'm like, well, I mean, first off, I can.
But
I
it
didn't.
would be frowned upon, and I would
No,
never.
like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not going to, but like first off, like this kid isn't off limits from reality. It's not like he has a bubble around him, and like if I say something mean, it's gonna bounce off and go like. But I agree. I think it does create entitled people if you just give this kid everything he wants.
Yeah, but I mean, to put him in this position and compare him to somebody, like we compared him to a pro, but the reason why we compared him is because of the amount of time he has put into something, put into it, the craft. Gaming is a craft. How much time has he put into the craft compared to this other guy? Probably not as much because he hasn't lived as long. The guy's probably been
Yeah.
playing games longer than Connor's been alive. Totally fine. But what we are doing is we're comparing the amount of publicity and what this kid can get compared to a person who has been grinding and doesn't have that much. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with what we're saying. We're just comparing, honestly, apples to apples. But we might be comparing green apples to red apples, completely different flavors, but they're in the same boat. They're in the same section of the store.
Another point is everyone was like, "You're just envious. You're just jealous that you don't have this." And my response to them is, if I were to make it, I would rather make it knowing that I worked my ass off for it,
Mhm.
and like it was my skill and my passion that got me there, not
Yeah.
piggybacking off of somebody else's.
But I mean, that's just that's life right now. It's who you know,
Yeah, no,
and
and
that's how you
the
get connections.
that's the point I was trying to make though, and everyone just blew it so far out of proportion.
Maybe if in hindsight, maybe you should have just said this. Well, quote, maybe it's not how you do it, it's who you know. And that's it. And like there's really, they can't say you're wrong on that because that's literally what life is like. People are getting jobs out of college because of who they know. Yet there's someone who's a 4.0 student who, you know, can't get a job even though they'd probably be the best in the field, but someone who didn't try at all is getting a full-time job because of who they know. Your dad knows the chief of finance, all right, or chief finance, whatever, CFO, all right, you can get a job. Like the guy, he knows you're his son, so you're probably going to land the job who over the kid who has no connections. But to me, I like you. I'd want to know I did something
And earned it.
and earned it. But I mean, that's our mindset. That's what we were raised
Yeah.
on. I know the value of a dollar. I know what hard work is like. Whereas
Yeah.
some people think that they're given free education because they of who they are. No, like I think if you're gonna get free education like of that nature, you need to earn it in some way. It shouldn't just be handed to you. But I'm not saying you don't deserve it. Everyone deserves to get an education, but that's a topic that we shouldn't even be getting into. But do you get what I mean? Though it's like between the heart, like so you're saying a scholarship athlete doesn't deserve it, even though he works hours and hours and hours, thousands of hours to get this opportunity over a kid who doesn't do anything but gets lucky. It doesn't make any sense. But I honestly, for me, I would like to end this topic and
I
move
was
on
gonna
to the
say,
next.
to end it, I want to go to his channel, and I just want to show everyone. He has one video with 82,000 subscribers. I wish, think, yeah. So he joined July 14th, 2018. Has
July
80.
14th.
That's when his YouTube channel was created.
That's crazy.
And so I'm gonna click on the video. Everyone can see this right now. So let's just start with the what this video was uploaded on August 25th, about a week ago, week and a half-ish. I don't even see where you saw the uh like the about the like the thing. He doesn't have anything written in the description, so I don't know where you saw that
I
it
think
wasn't.
I think I saw it
Oh
in
no,
the
I see
in the
it right now in the
comments.
comments. Chaotic is my editor. So we could watch this if we really wanted to. I might just kind of skip. So yeah, I'm gonna skip to like the middle part here. You said, I mean, they're in Wailing Woods, and they're just playing what, playground mode?
Yeah, they're just building houses.
Oh, so this isn't even them playing the game. It's just them building stuff in playground mode.
Mhm. But honestly, like, me and Ryan both said, nah, like, cause Ryan's girlfriend's actually, I think, at his dorm room or in his apartment. I don't know what your living situation, but she's there. And so she asked, like, how long is this gonna take? And we're like, it's probably a short episode. We're only talking about content creation, no more than 45 minutes, and we're finishing our first topic at like the 45-minute mark. So I think we might have to get rid of a few topics that we wanted to talk about, mainly because this is going to be a long.
The other ones will be short though.
Well,
'Cause this one was just interesting to talk about because there was so much to get into. But the other stuff is just kind of talking about like if you wanted to be a content creator, is it fair? Is it a field
the
that is like
odds.
the odds of it? Because like if you're gonna get into content creation, first thing is you have to have the equipment to do it. So you're already paying for a console and or PC, games, probably a headset, some sort of mic, face
Well,
cam
you're
if
hoping
you
that your
want to.
headset is the mic.
Yeah. Well, then you can even upgrade. Like I mean, today I bought a Snowball, even though I have the headset that I'm wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And so like to pay for all of that, you're already and like you have to invest in yourself, but you're already sinking a ton of money into it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Start like Greg said at zero. Start at zero. Um, so I think that alone is interesting about like content creation, and I think the really interesting thing is like you can almost equate this to like, I mean, you said it earlier, to being famous. Like if I were to tell you like, oh, I'm gonna fly to LA and be an actor, a lot of people would be like, are you sure? Like that's risky.
mm-hmm.
It's almost like the same thing with content creation. Like if I told you I was gonna drop out of school and be a content creator, you'd be like, eh, because it's just not a for sure thing, and it's a weird situation. And then like on top of the equipment, you have to get the software to edit. You have to know how to edit. And I think, I mean, it's just not everybody can do it, and it does take skill, and it's a craft.
Mm-hmm.
it's like, is it affordable? Is it realistic for? And do you think like so going off of all of that, you have to get all of that, make it like edit it. Sometimes graphics are included, and then like you still like you could make one of the best videos, and you still might not make it. So like I guess it's just like going off of all of that. Like, what do you think the odds of people coming up into the industry are? Because I think for a while it's
with
been
no
like
you're saying this with no audience.
right. I mean, like, we'll just say Connor as an example. If Connor started at 0 and didn't know Courage, what are the odds that he would make it into the top tier slot?
Connor. Connor
Like, don't not like
like
Connor, but I'm just saying like
someone
anyone.
yeah, anyone right now, you being like, let's say they're going for Fortnite content creation, I would say like you have like maybe a 1 to 2% chance, because it's like you have there is a chance. You can never say there is a 0% chance. There's always that percentage, that 1%, that 2%. I think like my friend Tanner was a really good League of Legends player. He played Call of Duty competitively with me. He was my duo pretty much before me and Ryan were playing together. And he would stream League every time we would play COD, and then he'd get on his PC and stream League through his PC. Not a powerful, just no. I think he had a webcam and that's it, no overlay. And a random guy who had like 1,500 or 15,000 or 10,000 people hosted him. But it was at the time where like you literally scroll down on Twitch, you get his URL and you post in the chat. It's not like it auto hosts or like nowadays. Like it literally, like he said, go click this link. So if no one in his chat clicked it. If no one clicked it, nothing would happen. But he got like, I guess out of the thousands of people watching him, maybe 600, 700 people came, and he blew up. Right, he had so many followers from that. Like he went from like.
Let me cut in.
Yeah, go for it.
Because Hayne in the chat said the same exact thing. He said, I think people that want to start creating content or want to start a business or whatever, he said he thinks it should be fair, but it's far from fair. It's like, and I agree. I've said this multiple times. Twitch's layout is awful. It's so awful because it just caters. It's the rich get richer. And he said, imagine Ninja hosting you for 100,000 viewers. Such a huge boost. And I agree. Like even if Ninja were to host you, I don't think you would have to be like that entertaining or that skilled. I think it would just boost you, and then you would have to own it after that. But it's like, it's just not. It isn't fair at all.
Yeah, I like Courage. Remember we were talking about Courage. Courage got hosted by Ninja, and he was excited. And Courage is already set. He's already known. He already had 4,000 or 4,000 people watching him at some point, probably more. But it's like he just got hosted for 85,000 people, like, and he was like, what? Like,
just to put that into perspective, that is a football stadium full of people.
Yeah. So.
And I think going off of that and speaking about content creation, I think it's funny that the top tier people don't do this more often. Some of them do, and some of them do it here and there. Like I've seen Ninja do it a couple times, but they don't support smaller people.
I mean, obviously, if you're in that stage, if you're at that tier of having a football size amount of people watching you, you're gonna give it to other people so they can get it, right? Dude, if it was me, if I was in his position, I would give it to. I wouldn't do this every time. I'd do it maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, or maybe twice. 3 times would be too much. I would just keep scrolling until I got tired of scrolling on Fortnite, and then until I found someone with maybe like 10 viewers, and then so they go from 10 to 100,000 people. Yeah. That would be insane. You would literally make their day, but you're gonna give it to other people. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know it happens, but it doesn't happen enough.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I think it should almost be a requirement for them to do that because the Twitch is already set up to where you will never find these channels. Like you have to. I think the fact that it goes by viewer count is idiotic.
Yeah, but
maybe like I don't know how they could change it. Maybe make it like only the top 5 do it, and then after that it'd be random, or do like how long they've been streaming to enable people who have been grinding.
Yeah, I think that'd be sick. But I think. Like, so our next topic that we're going to talk about was content creation. I think this kind of goes into the odds of making it. So the type of content that you are creating,
Oh yeah.
gives you more of a chance to become successful. And there's this guy, and I don't know I forget his name, but all he does is like he's a drummer, and I think his name is called 8-Bit Drummer, and dude, he is so entertaining to watch because his chat chooses what he plays, and it's just like, wow, this is pretty sick. Like this is fun to listen to because one, it's like sometimes it's anime music, so it's like hardcore drumming, and you're like, wow, this guy's talented. Then it's like another soft song, and it's like he's kind of bored playing the song, so then someone else puts in $1 to get him to play something else. But this guy averages like 800 viewers every stream. But I feel like because he is original, right? He's not some Fortnite player. He's a guy who's playing the drums. And how many people play the drums on Twitch?
Right. Yeah, not that many.
Not that many people. So he's taking advantage of what's given to him, his skill of playing drums, and the fact that no one's playing drums on Twitch. So he makes a channel about it and gets big. So I think he actually streams full time, and his wife streams or doesn't stream. She works full time, so he streams full time, makes money. She works full time, makes money. That's pretty much like, if I was them, I'd make it so my Twitch money would be like the vacation type money. We're gonna go to Hawaii based off what I've done, and the other money would be, paying bills and stuff like that, or the other way around. Who knows? But I feel like what you will provide to Twitch or just to the internet determines how successful you will be.
I was gonna say, to piggyback off of that, that's not how it used to be either. Because originally YouTube was made, and it was kind of just the place. It was just like, it was just the internet in general. So like, if you wanted to watch something funny and stupid, you got on YouTube. If you wanted to upload something funny and stupid, you did it on YouTube. You just wanted to upload like a 30-second clip to show it to your friends, like that's just what it was.
Yeah, I don't think they had the idea of it becoming people
No.
vlogging their lives and making a career out of it.
I think people get caught up in that because I know personally myself, like Fortnite's fun. The best game, no. Would I rather play other games? Sometimes.
Oh, by far.
I find myself constantly playing Fortnite because I know that if I stream it and I upload it, it's the best chance for new people.
But that's what I'm saying. Why would you become one of the thousands of people doing that and not try doing something original? But I'm not bashing you on anything like that.
I've had this conversation. I mean, it goes both ways because you can play the thing that everyone's talking about and everyone's doing, and it goes both ways. There's so many people doing it. You have a larger chance of new people catching you out or staying. Feels like when you watch Ninja and stuff, you can't really communicate with them. You're really just watching them.
Yeah.
If you do scroll down on Twitch and you start watching someone, like I would always reply to the chat. You can find people that will play with you. You can find people that will help you. You can find people that will teach you. Whereas like when you watch Ninja, you're just watching. It goes both ways because there's so many people that you almost. It's hard for some people to find you. Like if they always get on Fortnite and they don't go past those first two rows of streamers,
you're never going to be seen.
But then it goes both ways with smaller games too. Like right now, Call of Duty isn't thriving. If I got on Call of Duty, it only has like 1,300 viewers, so I have a better chance of making it in that smaller community. But I mean, like I said, it goes both ways because then like if that community is already small, then the people that are watching these big streamers aren't really going to deviate from what they're doing.
Yeah, they're not going to want to watch you play pubs when someone else is playing.
They're playing $1,000 wagers or money eights and I think that deviates from a couple things. I think that's just Twitch's format in general doesn't cater to finding new people. It just because they just want watch time. They want people to watch the ads. They want people to be on their website as much as possible.
Yeah.
And so
that's why I got Adblock, baby.
I mean, it's just the format of the website and the way it is. And I think it goes back to what we were saying before. It's on the people who have all the numbers behind them to help support smaller people.
Well, I mean, think about it. So when World War II first came out, the video game, not the actual war, when the game came out, there was this guy named Exposed, and he would play like the most ridiculous amount of money wagers I've ever seen.
I think it was before World War II. I think it was like near the end of IW going into World War II.
Yeah, so he would play for like $600 wagers. Like it was a 2v2. So that's like $150 per person. That was unheard of, right?
Well, yeah. First off, I mean, just playing for that much money
It's
is the
stupid.
reason it's so captivating is because you're like any sane person or any normal person. Like if you're just working a 9 to 5 and that's your paycheck, you're not gonna play a game of Call of Duty for your paycheck.
No, yeah.
That just doesn't make sense. And the thing is, like, he got famous or not
For
famous. He got
being
known
weird.
for being weird, but he like would spit on his
Dude,
face
yeah, yeah,
cam.
yeah. He would spit and then he would like no, he became known because he would rage. All the
And
like he
then
broke his
yeah,
controller, he broke his headset like on
I hate that.
stream.
I hate that so much, and I've said this numerous times, and it goes back to what we said at the beginning. It's like when you start to get viewers and an audience, you take on a certain reputation,
Hmm.
and if you are making it seem like it's okay to just start throwing your stuff through the wall, Nadeshot is the worst about this. I've seen Nadeshot throw headsets against the wall and like kick the wall and scream and cry. Like you need, and I get mad. Everyone gets mad at video games, but I've never broken a controller.
Because they're too much money.
Never, never zipped my headset across the room.
Hmm.
Like especially when you're setting an example for people. Like, is that the example you're gonna set? Is like, oh, just do whatever you want. And it comes back to like what that kid said in the chat. It's like these people think that they're so entitled to do whatever the hell they want. You saw what he said in the chat.
Yeah.
The game, not the actual war.
Well, I mean, I said when World War II came out, like,
But some people are like that. Actually, going off of that, I was trying to figure out if, 'cause, like, you know how Call of Duty has a secret camo,
yeah,
and then so like Chrome was the secret camo, and then they added 2 more camos on every single gun. So I was trying to figure out if there's like another secret camo since you
hmm
have to earn 2 more. So I typed in like I just got on Google. I'm like World War II like secret camo, and that brings up like some documentary about
yeah.
World War II. Like, dude, oh my god.
That's you gotta. It's the internet, man. They could change. They
I
could
know.
take a Deserto or whatever. Can take a clip from our stream and twist our words and make us look like assholes, and we're
Yeah.
not. We're the exact opposite of that. I mean, to go back on the streaming or the raging type thing though, real quick. My type of like, I was playing Fortnite, and my shots didn't register because I'm playing on Wi-Fi and it's just not good. And my shot didn't register, and I obviously outplayed this kid, and then the double pump didn't happen because they got rid of it, and I just got so frustrated. Like I got downed, I instantly pressed the middle button, closed application, and I just felt so much better. Like I
Yeah,
yelled and I
like
was
I
like,
don't.
God, this is so stupid. Why do they're catering to the casuals? This is so dumb. I quit
Yeah,
the game and I just felt so I hopped back on 10 minutes later. But
that's what I do.
that was me throwing my controller, was just quitting the game because I know damn well I cannot afford a $300 headset or a $60 controller.
Well, but even if you can, like,
Why
why are
would you
you
do
like?
that? Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
just
But
dumb.
I feel like that kind of goes into software because that's what you use, right? You use a headset, you use a controller, and you use a computer and stuff like that to create your content. So what do you have to invest in to become a full-time creator?
I think uh, I did it backwards because I had all this stuff from when I played competitive.
Then you sold it
People,
all.
I sold it all and then got it back because I started playing competitive again. But I think if you're actually gonna like for someone that wants to be a content creator, I think personally you should start by just streaming on the console.
100%. There are
And
people,
know
there are like 2K players that are like getting 3,000 viewers when it was
dude,
big. Like
that's how the kid that I know blew up. He would
maybe,
stream
dude,
through the
maybe I was
console.
watching him. Maybe I was watching him because this guy was getting thousands of people, and it was just like in the top right
Do you
corner.
remember what the name was?
Nah, no. That was too long ago. But I mean, like, it's probably 2K17. But
A lot of them do that though, and I think you have to start there. And I think you have to set goals for yourself. So like start on the console, and then like once you get 5 viewers,
it's an
like all the
investment.
time. I mean,
And
yeah, but like
well, that's why I
the
told you, invest
hard,
in yourself. Like, you're not just
yeah,
going
it's
to use
hard.
your mic for this podcast. You're going to use it for your stream because you can
Yeah,
use your headset to listen and then use your
and
mic
yeah,
to talk. Like,
like going off
invest.
of that, then do you think it's like do you think it helps for your like your stream to look better? Because like
100%.
I could stream without a face cam, but like if the face cam is the difference between those 2 or 3 people, then is it You know, like
Well, when you're
should
when
you
you're when
wait?
you're small, then you need to show yourself, right? You're not lyric. You don't have 40,000 people trying to talk to you. The thing
Yeah.
is, like, I made a podcast like 2 or 3 months ago, and I just used my regular Astro mic, but the quality of my sound was so bad. Like, it was just like I would not want to listen to this while I'm driving. That
Yeah.
I posted the video, but it only has like 5 views, and I'm probably gonna delete it. But it's just like that tiny thing
Could be the
changes
different. Yeah.
changes my ability to watch someone just because of their mic quality. And it's just like, it's not being like high maintenance. It's just, if I want to hear someone talk, I want it to sound good. I don't want it to be like crackling my headphones because their quality is terrible. That's what I literally, if anyone's watching the stream or watching or listening to this, I told Ryan, I was like, dude, you need a new mic. Like, I specifically told him that, not because, for the podcast, but I listen to him when he plays, and when he talks, like, if he raises his voice just a little bit, and you guys might even notice this in the podcast,
Oh, Haley. Yeah, Haley said the same thing. It's
it
like when
gets
you start yelling, it's so loud.
it's so loud
It's
and it
funny.
gets
It's like
crackling.
I'm sitting here staring at like, because when you're on OBS, if people
Hmm.
don't know this, it shows your volume level. So like while I'm talking, there's like a green bar. While you're talking, like it's saying that I'm talking, and I don't know if that's what my mixing
It's
out
your it's your
bugging out.
it's your settings. Yeah,
Yeah, so like I definitely need a new one.
yeah.
Like it's like, do you almost view it as a requirement then?
I mean, like, okay,
Like,
so
is there like a set list of things that you need to even be a relative, like a decent streamer?
to be a decent, okay, you got to realize, guys, I'm not a streamer, right? I don't do anything that you don't look at me and say I want to be like Greg, because I'm not that type of guy. I don't have that type of personality, and I don't have that leverage of viewers and stuff. So this is based off just personal opinion and what I've seen. One, you need a capture card, I think, just to get that quality. Two, you need a headset to either play the game better or to be able to talk, because some headsets have really good mics. Totally fine. You don't need a mic. Um, Unless your headset mic is trash, like a Turtle Beach, and it's just super sensitive. But if you don't have a mic, get a mic. Get something to make it so your videos, if you're gonna do a commentary over a video, make it sound good. Um, you don't need any of those expensive controllers like the Xbox controller that has like the paddles on the back. You don't need a SCUF controller. You don't need any of that stuff. I think basically what you need is Movie Maker, just to be able to edit your videos. You don't need anything big. If you can get Photoshop, then get it. But if not, just use a thumbnail. Just try to create a thumbnail on your own.
Oh, well, I was gonna say even you don't even need Photoshop. There's like websites
Oh yeah, there's
that
websites
do
that
the
you can do this
same
for you.
thing because like thumbnails aren't anything crazy unless you start trying to make them crazier.
Hmm.
But
And
I think
I feel
generally
like that's the
thumbnails
next
in
topic we need to
general.
talk about is I'm gonna skip skill and knowledge for this
Yeah.
episode. We can bring that back, but thumbnails turn into clickbait, and what you're creating and what software you're using can all bring that into clickbait. Like, I don't know if you watch some of these people, but it's like like uh Tanner Fox, right? He is like a car guy, and he will post videos of him like going really fast with a girl in the seat next to him, and they have a low cut shirt, stuff like that, and he'll put hot girl in car going 80 miles an hour, and it's just like all caps, hecka exclamation points, and you watch it, and it's like the clip you are clickbaited to watch is like 13 minutes into a 17-minute video, and
Oh,
there's like two.
Rice Gum's the worst about it because he'll get girls and then he'll say like, "Oh, every kill I get, I'm gonna spin this wheel and they have to do whatever's on the wheel."
Mhm.
Like, what? You're not even playing Fortnite, and the things on this wheel are so ridiculously childish and dumb. It's like kiss on the cheek. It's like, like but it's
Yeah.
like clickbait because, and I think what's even worse about that clickbait versus like some of the other stuff I've seen is like you just know that you're abusing young idiotic boys.
Mhm.
Like girls aren't gonna click on that video. It's just ugh.
Yeah. I think like, and I feel like that was like, I don't know if they still do it, but man, was it frustrating, because like I'll be watching someone and I'll be subscribed to them, and it's like crazy, blah 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 blah, and you're like, oh my god, this is gonna be sick, and then you watch it, and then you look into, I don't, sometimes, like, if I had a feeling that it was gonna be clickbait, I pause the video once so they don't get any ad revenue or money, because they're paid on minutes watched, not ads, most of the time now. So I pause it and I scroll down, and if the first comment says, "Wow, it's clickbaited hard," I exit out. I don't even give them my time anymore, because it's not worth it.
People make fun of Ali A for doing it.
Oh, dude. What's going on, guys? Ali A here, and we're gonna be talking about the cube in Fortnite. Bah, 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 bah. Like, it's just like, it's like, come on, dude, you gotta chill with that. But it's just, look on, guys, we got the secret weapon in Fortnite. It's a one-shot kill to wherever you hit him. The pinky toe, the shoulder blade, it doesn't matter. You know, it's like, and he doesn't get it, or he doesn't get a kill, right? Like, it'll.
And then he acts like surprised.
And he goes, "Oh my god, this weapon's so sick! I'm so excited! This is so cool!" And he wins using a shotgun or something like that. He doesn't even use the gun. It's like,
he's doing nothing different than anybody else.
That's a victory royale there, fellas. Thanks for subscribing, like the channel or whatever, and we'll see you next video. Like, that's exactly how it is. And I mean, he was like, oh my god.
He's a meme, bro.
It's a meme. Like, dude, I can't say it into my mic because it's so loud. So I have to like go to the opposite. Like, I gotta go all the way across my room and say it. But it's, dude, that's something that really pissed me off, was the clickbaiting.
That's like what I was talking about earlier, though. It's like what YouTube used to be, and then compared to what it is now, it's like who can come up with the most outrageous thing to get your attention so you click on their video.
Dude, I'd rather be rickrolled than clickbaited.
Oh my god. Yeah, honestly. It's like so dumb, because like it's like what you have to do. Again, if you're not doing it, then you're not interesting, or you're not getting the views or the subs.
You want that initial view. That's all you ask for.
Oh yeah, because then that, like, the moment you click on their video, they don't care after that, unless you make it to that, what, the 5-minute mark when the ad rolls.
Yeah, the thing is, if you do, I feel like companies sometimes don't even realize, like, people clickbait, right? So it's like Colgate sponsors this video, but it's like, all right, I only watched 3 minutes of it because I realized it was gonna be stupid. You know, but Colgate is hoping that I watch their part, you know, like his review of it. But the thing is, it's just like, I don't, because I'm not gonna sit there and listen to this guy clickbait me, and then when he goes into a tangent or something that's not obviously not what the video is about, and he's still getting the view. That's all the companies care about. How many people is it reaching out to? They don't care about the minutes. They care about how many people are going to see this product. And most of the time, they make like a 15 to 30 second clip of it. Boom, that's it. And they get paid for that. Like, they literally are getting paid thousands of dollars just to put that 30-second clip in. And they're like, yeah, I'll put it in my video. I have 5.8 million viewers, or 5.8 million subscribers, and I'm just making money now. You don't even have to finish my entire video. I'm just making stacks. Like, that's how it is.
Yeah.
I feel like that's, once you make it, it's super easy to not lose it. Unless you're Logan Paul, but that's another video.
Well, even like he screwed it up super bad, but he's still up there. Like, I think to really lose it, you have to break the law or do something so immoral that even your fans are like, okay, yeah, we're done with you.
Yeah.
That's honestly the only way that, like, because I feel like Logan Paul could not upload for 365 days and then upload some rant. And I've said this before about anybody. It's not even just the Paul brothers. It's like Nadeshot or Courage could upload a 5-minute video of them eating a cheeseburger, probably not say a single word, and it would still get 100,000 views. And everyone would be like, oh my god, did you see the way that he bit into that burger? Oh my, like, I mean, how many videos did Nadeshot make about freaking In-N-Out?
Dude.
Like, that's...
What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about this cheeseburger from In-N-Out. It's so good.
It's like, it's just the truth, though. Like you said, like, they really can't lose it.
They can't. It's crazy. But, I mean, from where we are, right? This podcast, we're putting it on YouTube, we're putting it on SoundCloud. I just submitted it to iTunes to be reviewed, and hopefully it'll be on iTunes, and then I'll put it on Spotify later on. But, like, for us to think that we could make this a full-time thing, no. this is something we're doing for fun, right? We've talked about this
Yeah.
in every episode. So we're not trying to clickbait anybody. This isn't a like this thing like episode 3 becoming a full-time creator. It's just a wide thing of what we're talking about. Like we talked about people who have already made it. We're talking about people who haven't made it, and we're talking about people that are it's kind of give it to them to make it. And if they don't, that's
There's
their choice.
there's
There's
even people that don't clickbait though, because like H3 has a podcast and his titles aren't. Some of them are clickbaity. Like obviously, if you have Logan Paul's name in the title, you're gonna pull some.
yeah,
You
you're
know,
gonna pull Logan Paul's people or people who hate him. They're gonna
but
pull
like
it.
even that isn't drastic clickbait, especially if
Mm-mm.
that's what you're talking about. Like if
Exactly.
Logan Paul's in the news and you're talking about Logan Paul in your podcast, you're gonna put him in the title. But
Yes.
other than that, their title is just who they interview.
Hmm.
Like if whoever's on, they literally just put their name. So it's like there are YouTubers that don't clickbait and don't need the clickbait. Like each of those episodes has like 1 million to 2 million views.
Yeah, I feel like the different category you're going for requires it. So if you're
I
a
think it's your
podcast, you
fan
don't.
base too, though. It's
No, but I
like
mean, like, think about it. Like a vlog, you have to clickbait. There's no way I'm gonna watch your life for
yeah,
27 minutes. There's no way that's happening. But if you make a title that's really intriguing, oh my god, I almost got hit by a Lambo. Like that's something I'd watch, you
right.
know. But I mean, obviously, I wouldn't watch that. Don't. That was a stupid example. I'm not that bored in my life,
Well,
but
the
I'm just
reason I
saying,
said
like,
fan base though is like for the Paul brothers, if you know that your audience is little kids that aren't there because I mean they're there because you're entertaining. So, like the
mhm,
whole clickbaiting thing builds into the entertainment, whereas like H3's audience is probably a little bit more mature.
yeah,
They're a little like they're that those edgy teenagers that kind of get it.
hmm,
Like they're just gonna watch the video because they know H3 and they like H3. Like
yeah,
his title could be a explanation point.
dude. Oh my god, um, I think just to go back to skill that we didn't talk about, but just talk about skill. Like when I see like one of the like the FaZe Clan people, like when like their editor is super good. Like they'll do like the Google map where like zooms out, goes over and zooms in, or like
Yeah.
the like it'll when someone pops in, it'll do like the Instagram tag. Like
Yeah.
that stuff is sick. I don't know how to do that, and I probably won't want to put the time in to do that because there's no point because I'm not gonna get anywhere with YouTube unless this podcast blows up. But I'm just saying like they are super good at what they do, and that makes it intriguing to watch because sometimes you're just in awe of how
Yeah.
they do their
Sometimes
videos.
the editing and like the graphics really do make or break it. I agree with that because there's streams that I've watched, not even to watch the streamer or what they're playing.
You're
I'm
just
so
hope,
intrigued with
yeah.
like their alerts or like what they have on
Oh,
the
dude,
screen or like how
it's
they
so
do their
crazy.
transitions.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a lot of
Like,
the stuff that I've made isn't nearly as good, but I get the ideas from like for example, my Fortnite stream. I can actually just show it on my on the video. So like up here on the top left, I have like my Instagram, Snapchat, Twitch, Twitter. They're all next to each other, and then it has like my name on like the RRHINOG, and it like the all the logos move every like 5 seconds, and then my name gets like big and small. It's like a simple graphic, but I wouldn't have made that if I didn't watch Ninja. Ninja and Nick Merckx have like the same exact thing. I
I
think High
think,
Distortion has it.
yeah, I think the cool thing that I even told you to give me, but I don't know if you did, was like the intermission of
Oh
when
yeah,
you're
I
like
can show that too.
that was pretty cool.
I got
That
that from Nick Merckx. So like here's this. It's basically just like you put it on between games, or like if I have to go piss, I'll get up and put this on. But all it is I went to theater mode on Fortnite. I went across the map and just took like literally just sat there for 10 seconds. And then I went into Premiere, threw on some small transitions. It's real simple, but it's just like that's the difference between it's like almost what we were talking about earlier. It's like this makes my stream look way more professional than someone who wouldn't have something like this. Um, yeah, again, I didn't think of this on my own. I got it from Nick Merckx. So whoever made it for Nick Merckx, whether he came up with it or not, um, it's just like, I mean, it's just cool.
yeah, and that's even for those who are watching us on live stream or those who are listening to us in the car, we live stream this, and someone was talking in chat saying like they really like the way our voices sound. So when you hear your voice on a recording, you're like, wow, I sound ugly, I sound weird. But Like you can really hear a difference between my mic quality and Ryan's mic quality. And
Oh yeah.
I think like
We'll
once
just
Ryan
wait
gets a
2 days
mic,
from
yeah,
now.
I think
Yeah.
once you get a mic, it's gonna be sounding a lot nicer and a lot more professional. And it was funny. I listened to this podcast called Two Girls, One Ghost on Spotify. Um, I would love to plug them, and that's what I'm doing right now. If you want to listen to ghost stories and stuff like that, listen to them. Amazing. They're super fun to listen to. But I listen usually to their newer ones compared to their older ones, just because I don't know why. I just was like, I start from backwards. I go from the newest to oldest, and I was
Oh,
like, I'm just,
whoa, that's weird. So you started at their most recent and then worked
mm-hmm,
your way back? Because
mm-hmm.
when I watched H3's podcast, I started at episode 1 and then worked my way
Well,
up
I mean, I
till.
kind of because it's like every episode has a different thing, like haunted hotels or haunted casinos or something like that, right? So
Gotcha.
like if it sounds like a cool topic, I'll listen to it right now. If whether it was uploaded 5 months ago or yesterday. So, but
Yeah.
usually what I'm doing right now is going from top to bottom. But like it was funny because it's Sabrina and Corinne. All right, and Sabrina in her newer episodes has a really nice mic. Like you can hear it. Like it's super good quality. I think what they do is they literally just plug their probably Yeti or something into their Mac because they use a laptop to do this, and that's just what they do, right? Like, but I think before she used either like really crappy mic or maybe just her mic from her computer, like the Mac mic, because I could hear a difference, right? That I was like, whoa, this sounds a lot different than what she usually sounds like. And I told my girlfriend who actually got me into this podcast, and she's like, I didn't even notice.
Oh, I was
But
gonna say when I get my new mic, let's just start the podcast out. You'll put on your headset mic and I'll put my headset mic on, and then we'll just switch the settings.
mm-hmm,
You can do that like right in the middle, and it won't
yeah,
screw up the recording, and
oh yeah,
you guys will just be able to hear the actual difference.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's
We can
the
start the
funny.
next episode like that.
I'm down. But it was just funny because like I said, wow, I can hear a difference, and Samir's like, I can't. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy how I can. Like for me,
Yeah,
it's like that's like a huge thing for me. If
yeah.
it doesn't sound good, I'm not gonna listen to it. And she didn't care. But um, I think that's honestly what we wanted to talk about. There's really nothing else unless you wanted to chime in on something. But
No, I don't
I'm
think
done.
so. We're about at like an hour 20, so.
Yeah. So if you watched and listened from the beginning, we really do appreciate it. This was no means to be mean to anybody. We're just talking about YouTube and how crazy it's become back from when we first started doing it, and how lucky some people get and how unlucky people get. Um, Ryan has been grinding for years and hasn't gotten anything to show for it. I mean, no offense.
No, but it's the truth. I mean,
Um,
and it's the difference between what we were talking about and I mean, it's like working for it or getting lucky.
yep.
And I've even what's funny is like you were talking about Plato and how he got hosted. I've been hosted twice. Once by Punzel, who was Clay's
Mm-hmm.
ex-girlfriend, because one of our friends was watching her and she was about to get off, and
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was like Fortnite. You guys were playing
yeah, so that
squads.
that was like a couple hundred people. And then Study actually hosted me one time when I was playing Call of Duty.
Oh, that's sick.
Um, and that's why I was saying like it does happen. People host smaller channels, but it's like I didn't really keep anything. I really didn't gain that much from either of those.
Mm-hmm.
It
But
wasn't like super crazy, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, uh, I remember we said like one episode a week, and we've grinded out like 3 episodes in like a week and a half. So, um,
I think we should just kind of do it whenever we have time and
yeah,
whenever we have topics, because like you said, like we didn't want to wait until like next weekend to record the Courage thing since it just happened on Friday.
mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean, it's not like he's gonna see it. He has you blocked.
no, I'm not worried about that, but what I'm saying is like if something is super relevant, then we should try to record
Oh
it
yeah,
when it's relevant.
make it so people are like, oh yeah, I hope there's someone talking about this.
Right,
So
right.
I'm not sure what the next theme is. I mean, we kind of this one was just like something happened, and we're like, what can we talk about around it? And we were like creating on YouTube, content creating. Awesome, let's do it. So I'm not sure what's gonna be next. Maybe because there's a lot of new games coming out. Like this is like the time that games
Well,
are coming out, so we can talk
next
about those.
Monday, Blackout actually comes out.
Oh yeah, so we can talk. And Spider-Man drops too. So
Spider-Man's gonna suck.
Dude, it's gonna be really good. I'm super excited for
It'll
it.
be so boring. I can't wait.
But
Yeah.
that's it for me. I mean,
If
I said
anyone
that last time, but
if anyone has a topic, let us know because we're just kind of winging it.
yeah,
Like we said, like we'll think of something and kind of just roll with it. We have a couple people that want to hop on the episode with us. I know one of my friends from high school, and then I have a group chat with my brother and them, and I'm sure one of them might hop on. Maybe we'll see if like they can think of a topic that they want to talk about.
yeah, I'm down.
Oh,
We just gotta make sure their mic isn't shitty.
that's the problem. Is like the three kids that I play with have good mics, but like I don't know what Troy's really gonna use.
I don't know. I mean,
I mean, earbuds. I don't
it's
know.
all right. It's not like he's gonna be on the. I mean, if he's on the entire time, let's do it. But if he's not, that's totally fine. We don't have to do like a 45-minute episode. We can. I mean, we can. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But I
Figure it
mean,
out.
that is it. I believe if Ryan wants to chime in, like we've always said, we always say he's done, but then he comes in. But if you want to follow us on Twitter, follow us at the Coop Podcast, COOP Podcast. Follow us on SoundCloud, the same thing, the Co-op Podcast or the Coop Podcast. Our YouTube channel, the Coop Podcast as well. Everything is the Coop Podcast. It's co-op, but with no dash in between, so it looks like Coop. Subscribe to Ryan's Twitch because he's affiliated, so Ryan OG with 2 R's. And you might be listening to us on iTunes very soon. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It took me forever because the graphic I was doing wasn't 1400 by 1400. It was like 1300 by 1325, and I was like, oh, I gotta edit it. And so finally got it, submitted it. It's being reviewed right now. I'm super excited. Spotify's coming soon. I just gotta find a way to do it that I don't have to pay for it every month, because I'm not trying to pay for this podcast to be on Spotify.
Wait, do you have to pay?
I go through a
Put it
third
on
party. I
Spotify,
go
or
through a third party, and the third party then uploads it to Spotify after it gets reviewed, and
You're
they
not
give
saying
you
that like, you don't have to be premium to upload it, right?
no.
Is that what-
And if it is,
okay.
I am already premium, but
That's
I have
what
to go
I was
through.
about to say. I was gonna say I'm premium if that's the case, but
No, if anyone's listening and knows a way to do it for free, please let me know, because I cannot drop money to upload
how
this.
much does it cost to put it on Spotify?
Well, I don't know. The third parties are like, get your 7 first days free, and I'm just like, I'm not even gonna click that link.
Yeah,
Nope.
Because you're gonna end up paying.
Yeah. So but yeah, if we really do appreciate you guys listening. I know we had a couple people in our chat listening to us while we were doing it. If you guys like that and you guys like us like live streaming it and then putting it on YouTube, we'll do it. We will obviously
we'll probably just do it anyway because it
Yeah.
doesn't hurt
Yeah.
anything. It depends on like where people want to see it. Like if they'd rather us stream it on Twitch
hmm
then put it on YouTube, or
But I
if
mean,
we
yeah, if the thing is, if they like listening to it on iTunes instead of Spotify or something like that, then that's fine. That's why we're trying to
was
cater
gonna
to
say-
everyone.
I was gonna say what we could do is I'll stream it on Twitch and then you could stream it on YouTube, and then we'll just take whoever's thing is the best and then
Yeah.
upload that if
Mhm.
that's a thing. Because like streaming it can't be that bad. It's really just us talking.
Yeah,
So
it's
it-
not that bad. But
'Cause I know you said your internet isn't like the greatest, but it could handle this, right?
yeah, probably. But yeah, we really do appreciate everything. I'm sorry if you heard a baby crying. My door just got opened, but we really do appreciate everyone coming out and listening. And we're not sure when the next episode is. It's going to be within the next week. We're going to try doing it at least once a week, if not more. But follow us on all of our social medias. Support our Patreon, patreon.com/the Coop Podcast, the Co-op Podcast. You don't have to if you don't want to. Don't feel obligated, but it's just something a little extra if you want to support us. We like doing what we're doing, and if you guys like that, you guys can do it that way if you want. But we just do appreciate you guys listening. So that's it for me. Ryan, you got anything else?
Nope. I'm gonna turn the stream off and then turn it back on. So if you want to watch me play Fortnite all night, because I don't have school tomorrow because it's Labor Day, so
Mhm.
I'll
Awesome.
be on all day today. Or I mean, all night tonight probably, and then all day tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, if you can't watch him tonight or tomorrow, follow him on Twitch or on Twitter at RhinoG. Both of them are the same. So yeah, we really do appreciate you guys, and we hope you all have a fantastic day. And if you're starting your day off, have a great rest of your day. So we'll talk to you guys later.
See you.
Unfreaking believable. Perfection. Game over.